The Joe Rogan Experience.
Are you fully committed to the beard now?
Yeah, I want to keep it as long as I can.
Are you going to go mountain man? Or are you going to just trim? Do you trim a little?
I trim it a little bit. I just like the lady who cuts my hair trims it every 4 weeks when I go in for a haircut, but I don't touch it at all. I'm afraid if I tried to trim it, I would just ruin it. But I love having a beard.
Why do you love having a beard?
It's like sunglasses for the bottom half of your face.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hide from the world.
Kind of, yeah. It chills me out a little more. You know? Especially on stage. Like when you're under the lights, and my lip would start to get a little bit sweaty, and then I'm thinking about my lip, and I'm like, should I wipe this? Should I move it? And then I start to sweat more. But now that I have the beard and mustache, my lip gets a little sweaty. You can't tell, so I don't get more anxious over it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you used to think, boy, there's a couple of beads on that upper lip.
Yeah, and I'm like, can they see it? Should I wipe? Is it too much if I'm wiping? It drives me crazy.
You know what gets me? Boogers. If I think I have a booger, like what is going on with my nose? What is that? Is that a booger? Shit, can they see that?
Oh, I check for sure before I go on stage. There's always a booger check. Yeah.
But I'm so animated, and I'm always yelling and screaming. I'm always worried that something is hanging off the tip of my nose.
Yeah.
And the people in the front row can't even enjoy it. Like, what the fuck, man? Your nose, bro.
Never had that. I've had definitely a fly down situation.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Never like a booger that ruined the show.
There's two things that people love to laugh at: your fly down, and if you put a beer down on stage and the foam comes over the top. Like, oh my god, your beer's coming.
Yeah.
Those are those things, right?
High humor.
Yeah, high humor. Sweat. Like weird sweat stains. When I've done specials, but speaking of which, Anthony Jeselnik's new comedy special comes out tonight, I hear.
Yep.
This evening.
Midnight, I guess. Midnight? Netflix does it. Yeah.
You excited?
Very excited.
Well, I've been seeing your set. It's fucking fantastic.
Thank you. I think this is the best I've ever done. So I'm pumped for it.
It's the beautiful thing about comedy, man. Keep working, keep paying attention to it. You get better at it. Really. I mean, Don Herrera and I had this conversation just a couple of months ago. He's like, Joe, he goes, I've never been better. He goes, I'm fucking 1,000 years old. He goes, I've never been better at comedy.
Yeah. As long as you don't quit. You don't ever get worse, I don't think.
Right. As long as you don't give up. Because some guys don't quit, but they give up.
Exactly. Yeah, they just go through the same material every single time. You're like, what are you doing here? You're just trying to get out of the house. You're not trying to get better.
There's a little of that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you're not right. I guess that's the difference between also guys who put out specials, or I say women too, and people who don't. Some people just don't put anything out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Once you put it out, I put it out because I'm like, I'm done with this now. It's getting boring. It's not going to get better. It's as good as I can make it. But because of that, then I have to come up with a new hour.
You have a pretty specific schedule you like to follow too, right? If I'm correct.
I did a year in LA, at the store every night, and once a month I do Largo and try it all out at once. And then at the end of that year, I had about 40 minutes. Went to clubs for a year, every weekend for a year. And then once I had the hour after that, then I did a year of theaters. And at the end of that year, I taped the special and was done with it.
So you're on a 3-year plan?
Pretty much, yeah. And that might change, as I've gotten older. The idea of a 4-year plan sounds a little bit nicer. And you have other things going on that it's not as I'm not as worried.
Yeah. I was trying. I think 2 years seems to be right for me, but it might be better to give it a little more time. Right, just a little more time to tighten things up and polish and add layers and act extra punch. It's like you know those guys when I started out in Boston, there was guys that had been doing the same set forever. And there's pros and cons to that. And the pro is, god damn, they had that shit down tight, where it was just punchline, rapid punchline, pause, punchline. They knew the economy of words was perfect. There was no fat in the bits. They had tightened all that stuff up.
Yeah. One of my biggest fears is taping the special and then coming up with a great tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I want it to be done when I shoot it because that feeling is awful.
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah. I've done that.
Yeah. So have I.
It sucks.
It sucks.
What do you do?
Gone back I once went back in my last special, Thoughts and Prayers. I ADR'd a line. I walked off stage and was like, oh, fuck. I should have used this word. And it just occurred to me in the moment that I was using the wrong word. So I went back and ADR'd it, and you can obviously tell. It's like me talking, and then it's like clearly a different voice, just one word. But I had to do it.
What does ADR stand for? I know what it means, but what does it stand for? Jamie knows. He's an actual audio guy.
It's automated dialogue replacement. And why it's automated is lost in my head forever, but that's what it means.
Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.